Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about my new home pole that I put in my living room. I also am looking at installing a aerial silks rig, but today we're just going to talk about the pole and what I think about it and how much it cost, where I got it, all of those types of things. Some of you guys follow me on Instagram and you have seen that I do take pole fitness, and it's a great workout and I think it's a lot of fun, so let's get into the review. So this is the website where I ordered my pole from, polefitnessdancingshop.com. Pole Fitness Dancing, they're like semi-reputable. They're not like Amazon, but they're still not X-Pole or Lupid. I wasn't really sure how I felt about the whole home pole thing when I first bought it. I actually bought this a few months ago and I bought this one exactly. And when I bought it, I know it says it's on sale right now for $159.99, but that's actually the amount I paid as well. So I don't know if they just say it's on sale all the time. It had great customer reviews, and overall, you really can't judge until you get it. So I looked up the brand a few different places and heard good things, so I thought I would give it a shot because of how much of a discounted price that is in comparison to the $300 or $400 that you'll pay for a Lupid or a X-Pole. So I'm gonna go over things I like about the pole and things that I don't like about the pole. Overall, what I'll say is I like that it works. Definitely 100%, it did work. So the fear of it slipping or falling over or not being sturdy, it's not going anywhere and it works. So that is a big pro, that it was so much cheaper and then it does function the way it should. It stays in place, it's not moving, and it's not going anywhere. Setup was pretty easy. At first it was a little confusing, but once you get the hang of it, it's super easy to put it up and take it down, so that is a big pro right there. The things that I don't like about it would be, I will say that it doesn't stay on spin or on static properly. It pretty much always wants to be on spin. Which is okay. I'm not as crazy about using the pole on spin because I don't love the way that it spins. It's a little clunky. And then when I try to flip it over to being on static, it'll feel like it's on static for a little while, and then all of a sudden at some point it'll turn into being on spin, which I could say in and of itself, if you're not ready for it, it could be dangerous. So that is the biggest thing that I found to be wrong with it. When it comes to, it's also like super slippery, but as you would expect, you have to break in a new pole and put a lot of dry hands on it to get it so that it's not slippery. So those are my big things. And then I have my disappointments with home poles in general are definitely just not being high enough. Obviously, I prefer to pole at a much higher level, and I'm actually a lot more comfortable the further up I am in the air. You'll notice in some of the clips I kind of just bail out on moves because I'm running out of space, whereas when you have more like a 14-foot pole like in the studio, it's way easier to kind of gauge where you're at before you get all the way close to the floor. So that's another thing that I'm not super crazy about. But overall, I'm pretty satisfied with my purchase because $160 is pretty good, and then I have used it a lot. I definitely have used it quite a bit since I bought it and since everyone's been in quarantine. So I am going to rate this product a 3.5 out of 5 star. Overall, safety wise, it is definitely a-okay. It is perfectly safe and fine. So that is like the most important thing that you want in a home pole. The only reason I didn't give it more was because of the issue with it not really staying on static. You know, obviously if you're just gonna use it on spin, that's fine, but I just would prefer, if you're gonna sell me something that is supposed to do both, it should do both without it being stressing, because it's like, it'll seem like it's all in, but then once you're doing like a hard spin, it'll start to spin. And so that's the only reason I didn't rate it higher, but it is also a $240 savings compared to if you were to get like an X pole. So I'd say that if you're just using it kind of like as a secondary, it's a fine pole to have. Like, I go to a studio and the studio's closed right now because of all of the quarantine for COVID-19. So this is like a fine pole for me, and I'm going to continue using it. But if it's like you just do it at home and this is all you have, I would recommend investing in a more expensive pole, because once we all go back to class and everything, I'll probably just use this to play on, to work on choreography and newer tricks, but I wouldn't use it all the time. So that's what I had for you guys today. Like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you think. Bye!